welcome to our today's session. Today we are going to learn about the modern periodic table. Let's start. A periodic table for classifying elements was first introduced by Dmitry Mendeleev, and he classified the elements according to the atomic mass. And later this was modified, and the modern periodic table was based on the atomic number and the electronic configuration. So let's see what is an atomic number. It is assigned to a particular atom, or we say the atomic number is the number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. So, the atomic number of an element is a unique characteristic of that element. Now let's see an example. If we consider the atom magnesium, it has 12 as the atomic number. So, as the atomic number is equal to the number of protons, the magnesium has 12 protons on it. And also we know that the number of protons of an atom is equal to the number of electrons in an atom. Therefore, magnesium will have 12 electrons too. Now let's see what is electronic configuration. So, an electronic configuration is the maximum number of electrons that can be filled in the energy level from one nearest to the nucleus of an atom and outwards. So now let's consider an example. We consider neon, its atomic number is 10. Therefore, a neon atom has 10 protons and 10 electrons. Here you can observe that electrons are distributed as 2 electrons in the first energy level and 8 electrons in the second energy level. Therefore, we can write the electronic configuration as 2, 8. And I hope that you are clear with atomic number and electronic configuration. Now, based on this, let's talk about the periodic law. It states that the properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic number. This means here you can observe the first 20 elements in the periodic table. So, according to the ascending order of their atomic numbers, and the elements with the similar properties are arranged in a column form. Therefore, this is known to be the periodic law. Then, now let's talk about the two forms of periodic table. The vertical column in the periodic table named as groups, and the horizontal rows are called as the period. Now let's see how the elements are divided into period. And the period is decided by the number of energy levels, or we call shells, carrying electrons in an atom. So, in the diagram you can observe all the 4 energy levels. Now, using this energy level, we'll start to find the period number. If we consider helium, only the first energy level carries electrons. Therefore, it is in the period number 1. Then, if the first and the second energy level carries electrons, that is period 2. If only the first, second and third energy levels carries electrons, it is period 3. And if all 4 energy levels carries electrons, then that is period 4. Now let's see how the elements are divided into groups. Here, an element depends on the number of electrons present in its outermost energy level, and it is called as the valence electrons. Now let's consider the properties of lithium, which has only one valence electrons that is similar to that of sodium. Here, the atomic number of lithium is 3, and you can write the electronic configuration as 2, 1. Then the atomic number of sodium is 11 and you can write the electronic configuration as 2, 8, 1. So in these both lithium and sodium, the valence electron is 1. Therefore, these elements belongs to group 1. Now let's see what are isotopes. The atoms with the different mass numbers in the same element are known as the isotope. So if we consider the hydrogen as an example, it has 3 isotopes and they are called protonium, deuterium and tritium. So if you observe the hydrogen atoms, all 3 hydrogen atom has the similar atomic number as 1. And if you consider the mass number, which means the number of protons plus the number of neutrons, is different for each and every hydrogen atom. So in the periodic table, so far we have learnt the periodic law and the form of periodic table. Now we'll see what are the properties of periodic table. So we can divide the periodic table into 2 properties such as physical and chemical. According to our syllabus, let's consider the 2 properties such as first ionization energy and the electronegativity. Then for the chemical properties, we'll consider the metallic properties and the non-metallic properties. So let's start with first ionization of energy. This is the minimum energy that is required to an atom in the gaseous state to remove an electron to form a unipositive gaseous ion. This can be seen clearly in the diagram. So if we consider these properties through the periodic table, in a given period, the group 1 elements will have the minimum first ionization energy and the group 8 elements will have the maximum ionization energy. And we consider from left to right in the period, the first ionization energy varies in a regular manner. When we consider from top to bottom of the group, the ionization energy decreases. So this can be observed clearly in the graph. Now let's move on to our second property, electronegativity. So electronegativity means it is the ability of an electron to attract the electrons of the bond towards itself when it is bonded to another atom. Always the higher electron negativity element attracts the lower electron negativity element. So here you can observe that fluorine attracts the sodium. So when we consider the periodic table, the electronegativity increases from left to right across a period and also down the group it decreases. And according to the Pauling scale, the fluorine is considered the element with higher electronegativity. Now let's consider the chemical properties in the periodic table. In the periodic table, the elements with the red boxes on the left hand side of this pattern are metals. Then the boxes in yellow color which are on right hand side are non-metals, and it includes noble gases too. The elements indicated in the light green around the steps have properties in between metals and non-metals. So we call that as the metalloids. I hope this video is useful, and to stay updated with my video, please subscribe and click the bell icon. Thank you everyone.